Oh, it's good to be back on YouTube.
Do we talk about James Bond again? Yes, because that trailer blew me away, and I've begun a new Bond marathon. I watched Doctor No this evening while doing stuff, but was on. I never left the room, and I think it's an 8 out of 10 now. Usually I'd give it a 7 out of 10, but I think it's a double 8 out of 10. I remember watching a documentary about this film years ago. Terence Young, the director, who went on to direct two other James Bond films, From Russia with Love and Thunderball. He says he was asked what was the ingredients to make Doctor No great. And it's a great film. There were three ingredients, and he said they were Sean Connery, Sean Connery, and Sean Connery. He he's excellent in this film. It's near, even in his debut as Bond, this is a near perfect performance. And I couldn't picture anybody else in this role. I can't think of anybody else. Without Sean Connery in this film, would have this film worked? I don't think it would have. He really elevated this quite a simple spy Bond adventure, but all the ingredients, it's got some great detail. In fact, this is one of those movies. The more you rewatch it, the more you appreciate Bond's. When he gets to the point in Jamaica, Crab Key, when he's on the hunt for Doctor No and he meets Ursula Andress, who plays Honey Rider in this movie, the original Bond girl. Oops! Not supposed to call them Bond girls anymore. Bond woman! Bond woman! Anyways, enough of that PC crap. There's none of that nonsense in 1962 when this film was released. But when he meets Honey Rider, she really brings out the more human side in Bond, which you don't see often in the series until like Daniel Craig era. He starts to become more humanized, and it's I don't like when they overdo it, but it's nice to see more of Bond's human side now and again. And what I got from watching it for the 100th time today was you got the feeling he doesn't enjoy killing Bond. He just does it. That's his job. He wants to, be the hero, save the world, blah 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 blah, get the girl. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't actually enjoy doing his job. He just does it because he feels it's the right thing to do. And he really, my favorite scene in this specific film, one of my favorite scenes in the entire franchise, is when he's sussed out Professor Dent. He sussed him out. And he's playing a card game. I'm not sure what card game he's playing, but he's sitting, obviously Professor Dent's taking ages to arrive, and I just love how Sean Connery just sits on a chair. He's at this Miss Tara's place, who has been escorted away by this point, and he just knocks her shit off the table, starts playing his card game. I think it's Patience, or it's definitely a game of cards I used to play when I was younger. I think it's Patience. Anyways, but he's just sitting there waiting for Professor Dent to arrive. Professor is Dent. Bond's already set up the bed, like it looks like he's sleeping in the bed with Miss Tara. Professor Dent goes in, shoots the bed, thinking he's killed Bond. He uses up all his bullets. And Bond knows this. He knows what type of gun he's got, Smith and Western or something. It's just a terrifically filmed, built-up scene. And Professor Dent, some great dialogue between. Now, here's a little bit of trivia for you. Professor Dent is played by Anthony Dawson. I think that's his name. a little bit of trivia for you. He actually comes back in later films, but you don't get to see his face, and he's playing a different character. He's playing Blofeld in From Russia with Love and Thunderball. But perhaps, is there a theory, maybe fan theory out there that, after Bond kills Professor Dent, maybe he didn't actually kill him, and maybe he managed to survive being shot twice, and then later on came back as Blofeld. But a little bit of trivia for you: he actually comes back in the Bond franchise, back from the dead, as a different character in the later films. But this scene is definitely my favorite scene of the film, and Sean Connery plays it so cool and calm, and he is totally in control. This is Bond at his best. But Professor Dent doesn't realize that Bond knows his guns, and he knows he has shot 6 bullets. The Smith & Wesson, or whatever it's called, only can fire 6 bullets at a time. And when Professor Dent doesn't thinks Bond's being too calm and collected, and when he goes to kill Bond, or to try and scare Bond, Bond's like, you've already wasted your bullets, and just takes him out 2 shots. He probably would have been done with the 1 shot, but I think the second shot was for Strangways, the MI6 agent who was killed at the very start of this movie. So Bond gets a little bit of revenge for him. Um, there's not many faults to this film. The ending, I've never liked being isolated. I get a bit fed up during the whole, and Bond's captured at the end, and he's in his cell, and he's going through the air vents to escape. That scene sort of drags on, and I don't like the whole isolation feeling. I like when Bond has someone or something to interact with, but it's a little nitpick. It's not a big problem at all. Ursula Andress absolutely stunning as Honey Rider. She would come back in the spoof James Bond film 1967's Casino Royale as a totally different character. The film's ridiculous. I probably will watch it again if I continue this marathon. I've only watched it the once, and I hated it, but maybe I'll appreciate it more this time. Go back to Doctor No. Jack Lord plays Felix Leiter in this film. He's a passable Felix Leiter. He's not the most memorable Felix Leiter. I didn't have any cravings for him to come back again. I didn't think he was the most exciting character in this film. Quarrel is actually more memorable. He gets killed off in the film by a friggin' dragon on diesel engine, as Bond notes. But Quarrel, his son, would actually appear in the franchise again 11 years later, Live and Let Die. By this time, James Bond was played by an Englishman named Roger Moore. But yeah, it's a simple spy tale, but it's got a lot of detail. The more you watch it, the more you notice things, and it's one of those films where you appreciate better. So next, I'm going to watch From Russia with Love. I might discuss that film to see how this video pans out, if people enjoyed it, if I feel like it was good, or maybe perhaps it sucked. Hopefully not. Hopefully enjoy this wee sort of discussion of Doctor No. There was no plan really, but just to have a wee discussion about it. My final rating for this film, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. It's, in my opinion, one of the best James Bond films ever made, and Sean Connery is at, I wouldn't say his peak, but he's still very, very good, and the reason this film is a solid entry to the Bond franchise and fantastic start to the first official Bond film in the cinema was Doctor No, based on the Ian Fleming novel Doctor No, and it was a solid start. Definitely worth a watch, folks.